Hello, this lecture is meant to get you familiar with the course and a little bit with Blackboard. Please be sure to listen to the entire lecture because there's a lot of information in this. So first off, welcome to Hume 224, Introduction to Film. I am your professor, Dr. Fraley. You can see on the slide here, there is my email. Make sure you are emailing me using your louisville.edu email. And so again, the point of this lecture is to help you understand the expectations and requirements of the course. Many people tend to think that online courses are easier when in honesty, they're a lot harder. Why? Because you are responsible for making sure you get all the materials done and that you understand the setup of the course. So that's why we're going to spend some time going over those expectations. Also, we'll spend a little bit of time talking about how to navigate different content areas in Blackboard. All right, so how we'll run the course is on a weekly schedule. So typically our weeks will begin Monday at midnight and then end by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. So everything will populate on Monday at midnight, and unless I say it differently, you will have until 11:59 p.m. on Sunday to submit your work. Obviously, the first week is a little different. U of L starter classes on Wednesday, so we have a short little half week to begin with. What does a typical week include? Well, first, reading all assigned materials. We are doing about a chapter a week from the textbook. For the textbook, you are required to purchase it. I don't care if you get a physical hard copy or if you prefer the online version, either one is fine. And you can see that information on the syllabus under the required textbook. If you've not already ordered this, I would do so now because I believe it's by the end of week 3. Yeah, by the end of week 3, you have to email me proof of the textbook, meaning a selfie of you with the textbook, either the physical copy or with it open on your computer. So again, reading all assigned materials, usually a chapter. There will be a lecture then posted with those. Also, you'll want to make sure you're reviewing those accompanying slides. Also, most weeks, we will be watching about a movie per week starting in week 3. Now, unfortunately, because of these films, most of them, I can't supply them for you through Blackboard. So you're going to have to find these on your own. I will post if I know somewhere where they're free, but often check with the libraries. Our library has many copies of them and other streaming services, but make sure you're looking at the year. So for example, the first full-length film we're watching is Nosferatu, but it's not the one that just came out 2 years ago. This is from 1922. So you need to make sure you're watching the correct film. Also, what you will do each week is there is a film. You are going to be put in discussion groups and you will need to participate in the group discussion. And then often there are quizzes covering materials. They're not every week, so check the syllabus for the specific details and due dates. But again, they'll be due by Sundays at 11:59 p.m. Your first quiz won't actually be until the end of week 3. Now, there are also going to be some other assignments throughout the semester. These can include critical thinking essays. You're actually going to have 2 short papers you are going to write for the class. Live performance attendance and review. One of the assignments in the course is that you need to attend a viewing of a film at the Speed Cinema at the Speed Art Museum located next to U of L's campus. If you're not in Louisville or cannot get to the Speed, we'll talk about that once the assignment comes up. Also, possibly a midterm exam, which right now I do not have one planned for this class, and then a final exam. Again, please see the syllabus for specific details and due dates on these. All right, next what you're going to see is on Blackboard under our class in the content area is you're going to see there is a folder for each week of class. Easy way to know that I've populated the folders. If you go look at them right now, it'll just say week 2 and there's no dates. If I've actually put the dates in there, that means I've populated that folder. So what you'll see first is the weekly schedule. Basically, that just breaks down what's on the calendar in the syllabus, says what we're doing that week, what's due when. Then below that, there will be, so one of your first readings in week 2 is how to read a film. That's something I'll supply for you on Blackboard. Other things, the chapter readings, you will have to read that from the textbook. But anything like that, the links to the recorded lectures, I will also post my slides, because the recorded lectures like this one, I give you a link to the YouTube, where it's at, but I'll also give you the slides. That way, in case I have a link in those, you can't click on a link that's on a YouTube video. So you would have to need the slides themselves. But all that will be in the weekly schedule or in that folder for you on Blackboard. Again, we're using Blackboard Ultra. U of L has used it for a little over a year now, so hopefully most of you are familiar with it. The main navigation buttons you can see here, this is actually from not our section of the film class, but another section I'm teaching. And you can see your main content area, right? Content, that's where those weekly folders are going to be. The calendar, it will populate due dates. Announcements, this is if I need to get in contact with you, I will send an announcement. It's the spring semester. Inevitably, we will have a snow day at some point. If class is canceled, I will post it as an announcement on Blackboard, and you'll also get an email. Discussions, we're not going to be using discussions as much this semester. We're actually not going to be doing weekly discussion boards. Grade book, very important. We'll talk about that in a minute. Messages, and then your groups. Right. Again, the course content, that's going to be the meat of the class. That's where you're going to access everything in those weekly folders. It'll have the prompts when we get to specific assignments, essays such as that. Prompts will be posted there and such. So that's the main part of it. Again, the group discussions. This class is honestly a little challenging online. Why? Because if you were taking this class in person, what we would do is one night you would watch the film as homework, and then in class we would have an in-person discussion about the film. Well, we can't really do that on an online course. However, I didn't want you just doing weekly discussion board posts. So this is where we're going to use these group discussions. Again, there are 45 of you in this class, so there'll be 8 discussion groups of 5 people each. I will assign those randomly. And then what you will do is for that week, the film is assigned. So for week 3, you're watching Nosferatu again. Well, what will happen is I will put up a group discussion, like a prompt in that week, and have some talking points I want you to hit on. But what you will do in that group discussion, it's for you all to have an in-depth discussion about the film. And I mean in-depth. I do not want you just going and looking at a summary of the film. I want you to be able to talk about specifics in the film itself and to talk about this within your group. Going and posting once is not a discussion, right? This should be an ongoing conversation with your group members. Again, posts that are way too general. If you're saying things that, anybody could look at a Wikipedia or an IMDb summary, or ChatGTP summary, that's not going to be in-depth enough, and it's not showing me you've actually engaged with the film. So you need to have an in-depth discussion where you talk about specifics in the film itself. And again, these will be due, the discussion will close at 11:59 p.m. on the Sunday of that week. All right, next, grade book. Grade book is very important. It's your responsibility to keep up with your grades. I will post your grades here. You'll be able to see them as soon as your grade is posted. Quizzes, I give you access to that. Why? So you can go and review them. There is a final exam for the class. Best way to study for the final exam is to review the previous quizzes. Also, anytime you lose points on something, I will make a comment on it. So, for example, in a quiz, if there's an essay question and you miss some points, you'll see the little purple conversation bubble. That means I've made some comment. Also, if you're losing points on the graded discussions, I will comment about why you are losing those points. So please make sure you're taking the time to read my comments so you know how to improve your grade. Again, you can see the syllabus for the specific grading scale for the course. In the humanities, we do use the plus and minus scale. This course cannot be taken pass-fail, so please don't ask me. I don't have the authority to do that. And all assignments are expected to be submitted on time. Any assignments past the due date technically should get a 0. Also, what will happen, quizzes when the week close, when 11:59 Sunday becomes midnight on Monday, quizzes will close. You will no longer see access to those quizzes. Also, there are no do-overs, right? Once something is graded, you can't go back and fix it because it's been graded. I've already told you what's been wrong with it. So there are no edits, there are no do-overs, there are no redos. That being said, if you forget a quiz, I understand we're human, we all make mistakes. You can email me pretty quickly, right, within a day or so, and just let me know you missed a quiz. I will open one back up for you for free. I understand we all make mistakes. However, after that one, right, it needs to be within a couple days, not 3 weeks later. After that, if you keep missing quizzes, I'm going to take points off for them. But it would behoove you, if you make a mistake and forget one, email me and let me know. All right, this slide just gives you a little example of the grade book. So you can see here, right, that things where there's draft saved, not graded. Test 1, you can see that's graded. The score shows up there. You can click on that test and see it. Discussion, number 1 at the bottom, you can see that's unopened, that there's no participation. And so what will happen is once something is submitted, you'll see it with the score with that line. Once I've graded it, the score will show up. So it's like you can see again here, test number 1, it's an 8 out of 10. All right, make sure you are keeping up with your grades. If you know you need a certain grade to maintain your scholarship, UPS to pay for it, or whatever, you should be keeping track of that throughout the semester. All right, messages on Blackboard. Messages allows you to directly communicate with me and all other members of the course. Now, do remember, I don't get an immediate notification of a message, so it might take me a little bit longer to reply. Email is the best form of communication. I will usually respond within 12 to 24 hours during the week. During the weekends, it's probably going to be, within 24 hours, but email is the best form. Again, make sure you're using your @louisville.edu email. If you send me a personal email or an email from your personal account, odds are it'll go in my spam folder and I'll never see it. This is also a great way to directly communicate with your classmates. All right, the other part of this week is the syllabus. There is a link to the syllabus on Blackboard, and also directly below that, I put a PDF of the syllabus there. This is your instruction manual for the course. You need to make sure you're reading through that. Here you'll see all the policies, descriptions of assignments, grade breakdowns, and actually every due date for the semester is on the calendar at the end of the syllabus. It's pages 11 and 12, and then page 13 is actually your syllabus quiz. And what you'll do is after you have read through the entire syllabus, you will fill that out and you will email it back to me by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, the 18th. And that's your first quiz. That's going to be worth 25 points. Right? I do suggest printing out the course calendar. That way you have it for quick reference, but there's no need to print the entire syllabus. It's on Blackboard for you. I'm also an attorney, so I tend to be wordy in my syllabus. So you don't need to kill the trees. You don't need to print it all. It's there for you on Blackboard. So please this week, do make sure you're reading through it. If you've got any questions or concerns about anything in the syllabus, email me, let me know. All right, and then U of L email and Blackboard, I've already alluded to this, right? This is an online course. You have to have reliable internet access. You have to be able to access your email and Blackboard. Saying, oh, I got locked out of Blackboard for 3 weeks and then you come back, not an excuse. If for some reason you're getting locked out of Blackboard, you need to be taking care of that right away. Again, make sure you're using the email, U of L email system. Every student has a working U of L email account. If there's something wrong with yours, you need to contact IT and get that resolved. You should be checking your email and Blackboard at least once a day, especially if you've emailed me and asked me a question or say asked me to reopen a quiz. I will often reopen those and set a time limit of that day for you to complete it. So you need to make sure you are checking that. And then again, this is an online course. Reliable internet is required. If you know your internet at home is spotty, then you need to make time to either come to campus, a coffee shop, or library, somewhere where you're going to have reliable internet. Saying you didn't have a good connection or your connection at home is spotty is not going to be an acceptable excuse. This is an online course. You signed up for an online course. You got to have the tools to be able to take it. Now, if something goes on, right, if Blackboard crashes on a Sunday night, we'll figure that out. But I'm talking about your own personal internet. It's your responsibility, and it needs to be something reliable. All right. So then finally, again, take the time, familiarize yourself with both Blackboard, familiarize yourself with the syllabus. Again, remember, it's an online course, so it's your responsibility to ensure you know how to use the tools to complete all assignments. You're not sitting in a lecture hall with me, when I'm concluding the lecture saying, and remember, this is due by such and such, right? It's your responsibility to make sure you're getting things turned in. If you ever have any questions or concerns, please 100% feel free to email me. I am also teaching in person on U of L's campus this semester, so I will be around U of L. If you ever want to have a meeting about anything, you never have to email me and say, can I have a meeting? The answer to that is always yes. You can always have a meeting. Email me, let me know what you want to meet about, and let me know some dates and times that work for you. We could possibly set up an in-person meeting. If not, we could easily do one over Microsoft Teams online. That's not an issue at all. So if you're having struggles, I can't help if I don't know there's an issue. So please feel free to reach out and talk to me about, anything. If there's even something going on that's not course related and I can help, it's kind of weird to say my door is always open since this is an online course, but it is. So if you're having issues with anything, please let me know. Again, this class is a really fun class, right? Half the time your homework is watching movies and we get to talk about the movies. So please do take the time and watch the films. Get the most from this course. Don't go and look up somebody else's summary of it. You're not going to get the full impact of the course. Remember, this is something you're paying for. So get your money's worth. All right. Well, if you have any questions, concerns, email me and let me know. But otherwise, welcome to Hume 224, Introduction to Film.